Flat screen fans, brace yourselves. VR fans, punch the air with joy, because VR Hitman turns you from a player into the problem. I've played it both ways, controller, mouse and keyboard, but only one made me physically duck behind a cabinet like I was the bald weirdo on a mission. Sure, cinematic cutscenes, high fidelity graphics, high refresh rates are nice, but in VR, you don't watch Agent 47, you become him, and it changes everything. When it comes to my videos, there's one thing I care about, and it's being honest with you guys. I spent years editing trailers for first-person shooters, making content that cuts through the fluff. These aren't just casual takes from a guy with a camera, my opinions come from working inside the industry where I see what makes games tick. As a busy dad and a lifelong gamer, I want experiences that respect my time and my money, and I know I'm not the only one. If that sounds like your thing, then you're in the right place. Watching Agent 47 silently blend into a crowd on a monitor is cool, but being him? Hearing footsteps in your left ear, physically ducking behind a potted plant as a guard strolls past, that makes your palms sweat. That's presence. That's immersion. You're no longer guiding a character, you are the character. And yes, I know, some flat gamers will scream, but the graphics take a massive hit. Mate, if you're still judging VR by how shiny the floors are, I think you've missed the point. Immersion isn't always about textures, it's about tension, narrative, and the experience as a whole. In Hitman VR, you don't press a button to open a door, you are actually moving your hands to activate it. You don't just select poison from a wheel, you grab it from your chest, you actually pour the stuff in like a dodgy mixologist with a grudge. You aim by moving your hand, and you throw a wrench from your arm. There's a reason people laugh out loud mid-mission, because they're having a blast. Combat also becomes ridiculous in the best of ways. Using your hands to choke out a guard or lobbing a banana at his mate. Name one flat game that makes you feel that chaotic and clever at the same time. Hitman's replay value was always high to begin with, but in VR, it's off the charts. Suddenly the level that you've memorized becomes this dense, tactile playground. That route you always took doesn't feel as safe when you're peeking round corners with your actual neck. Every disguise is riskier, every throw has real stakes. It's like seeing a film in black and white your whole life, and now it's in colour with 3D glasses and it slaps. Crouching in VR is actual crouching. Hiding in a cupboard, you're in there, holding your breath, peeking through the gaps, that's your actual body doing the work. Flat screen stealth has always been about systems. VR stealth is about you, your timing, your fear, your dumb idea to drag a body across the hallway mid-patrol. It's not immersive sim, it's just immersive, period. You can pick up so many things, use it how you like. Open locked objects, distract, kill, it's up to you. And yeah, some players whine that the physics are janky, and I definitely do agree. That's fair. And the acceptance of jank in VR games that enthusiasts accept at the moment, and even defend, is a conversation for another video. But here's a question. When's the last time you played a stealth game where leaning around a corner actually meant leaning your body? Flat games simulate, VR commits. Let's address the elephant in the headset. Motion sickness, awkward controls, visual fidelity, all are valid concerns. But you know what? VR conversations like Hitman aren't trying to replace flat gaming. They're serving a niche that's tired of the shallow VR experiences that last 30 minutes of fun and offer as much depth as a mobile ad. Hardcore VR gamers want meat on the bone, and Hitman VR gave them a steak dinner. It's a full flat game, not a tech demo, and that matters. Capcom was chuffed with how Resident Evil 4 VR sold, and why wouldn't they be? It was the fastest selling app on the Quest at the time, and that tells publishers something. If you build it, the VR community will show up. So yeah, give us stealth classics, give us more sandboxes, and for the love of immersion, let us play them with our hands and not a controller proxy. So what's the final thought here? It's not about VR replacing anything, it's about feeling something new. Flat screen games let us watch the story unfold, VR lets us live it. And for some of us, that's more than enough reason to boot up Hitman again. Fumble a few poison attempts and knock someone out with a baguette. Because in VR, even a failed mission makes one hell of a story.